Yo, what's up guys, Nanjiroh here, welcome to another video. So this is going to be the week 15 of Ask Nanjiroh. So, let me go and clarify that, this would have been out earlier, but I had to, make some revisions, because, there were some things that at the time were true, but are no longer true, for example, in the underrated Dark Horse decks, I put down that it was PDK. Yeah, that's no longer true. Yeah. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. So, are you still playing PDK? Yeah, to some extent, I am still playing PDK. I'm not playing it nearly as much as I was at the start, just because, I've currently shifted gears. Generally for me, I usually try to pick, some, underrated deck, and I usually try to, make it work, and that's usually what works for me. Now, obviously, with PDK being all the rage, that deck will obviously not be PDK, because that just, that's basically just me at, well, how well did I tech for the mirror, and that's already been mostly solved. So as a result, I'm trying out some dirt decks. For example, I'm gonna try to make some weird value dirt in the next few days. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work. I feel like it's gonna go poorly, but but you never know until you try. What are some decks they think are just hype? Either Aegis is kind of hypey. The reason why I think it's kind of hypey is because doesn't really do much of anything. You're okay, so literally the only thing you're doing is you're just playing the same Aegis package or whatever, except now you get a little bit better of a mid game, but you still have the exact same issues that you have, which is fine. I guess actually kind of good, but in exchange, you don't really do that much else. You don't really do anything vastly different or whatever. Additionally, in the metagame, you still have a lot of the same predators that still target you. Before, it used to be okay, well, my bad matchups are say D-ship and a few other things, but now there are more bad matchups. Now one thing that I will give either Aegis credit for is that they are very, very good versus sword. If you're playing the Temple Guardians and you know that you're playing actual wards, and you're actually playing soft wards as well, say Unica and whatnot. If you're playing those, you're gonna be fine. But versus PDK, it's a little bit hard. I mean, you can obviously win, but it's gonna be a very, very uphill battle for you. The next one on this list is Medusiana Blood. Specifically making the Medusiana itself. And I know I saw a lot of people trying to theorycraft okay, well how exactly am I gonna go ahead and make this Voltron? Voltron is a term for Magic the Gathering. Basically, it's just some juggernaut creature. You have to go through a lot of work in order to make the creature. Then just kind of protect it, and have it go for game by itself. But like I said, there's a lot of issues with this one. This is an attacker's format, which means if I have a creature with Bane and I have an Evo, I'm killing your Medusiana. Additionally, that ignores the elephant in the room, which is okay, well, Medusa herself only has 3 HP. 3 HP is not that hard to do. It's not at all. And you also need to have the 2 chibi snakes, which again, if I just blow up a snake, well, there you go. No Medusiana for you. Try again next time. But yeah, the deck is still very, very fun. I do like that Medusa has found a home. I will be talking about that a little bit down below. The next one on the list is Loki plus Aldous Discard Dragon. The interaction is a non-bo, which means that it's a non-combo. So the way it works is that okay, so initially people thought that they were gonna be able to accept Dracomancers, right? Then play Loki, then play Aldous on 9. And be able to do up to 16 damage to your opponent. However, what happens in actuality, which is what I thought it was going to happen, is that they try to discard your hand twice. However, in Shadowverse, the way the stack works is they have to fully resolve the same. Effect before other effects can work. This is why you see PTP double activate before any last words go off or whatever, and so on and so forth. So using that order of operations, the Aldous will go ahead and discard the original Aldous will go ahead and discard discard the hand, then go ahead and check to see how many cards were discarded. Then the copied Aldous will go ahead and discard a hand of 0. So the first Aldous will do damage, the second Aldous will not do damage, and then you'll draw cards from the Dracomancers right after the second Aldous has resolved, so you don't actually do any bonus damage. So that's not obviously good. The next one on the list, although like I said, like for these questions, like some of these were like before like a week or two ago, and then some of these are like after a week or two ago. So the last one on this list, at least the one that like immediately came to mind, is PDK Flute. The reason why is because, one, there's not enough board space to go ahead and do all your like flute shenanigans. Two, there's the issue of, okay, well, if I blow up your PDK, you don't actually do anything anymore. You just have a deck full of like Hellflame Dragons that aren't actually good. I mean, yeah, sure, like Hellflame Dragons are like they're like 2 PP Genos, which is actually like ridiculous, but those don't actually do much of anything. Like yeah, you have a bunch of Genos, but where's your actual like board? Like, because Genos aren't the stickiest of units. And then for this one, what are some underrated Dark Horse decks? So generally, a Dark Horse deck is just like a deck that, like, maybe like say no one's playing, even though it does like very, very well. Like for example, back in like ROB, when I was like pushing for people to play Polyphonic Roar, again, I cannot trust it enough. Like a lot of people told me, no, it's not good, it's not bad, or whatever. And then here we are, like a while later, and now people are like playing it. But yeah, but going off with that, so there are like a few things on this list, and there are also some things on this list I did not put, but the first one is Sea Sword. Now for Control Sword, alright, so a large part of this is based off whether or not PDK is or isn't nerfed for Control Sword, because like Control Sword still has some of the same issues that it's had in the past, and that they still need to win with Albert a lot of the time, and you're still kind of crippled by like certain things. But Control Sword did get a lot of tools this expansion, and the deck is in a much better spot. Additionally, for a control deck, generally what happens is that like it takes you longer to refine your deck, because you have to wait for aggro to refine their deck, then you have to wait for midrange to refine their deck, and then and only then can you start going at and figuring out what it is they want to do versus both those decks, as well as any other like prominent like combo decks, in order to like try to like give yourself a little bit of game versus those matchups. Additionally, the other reason why I think it's going to be good is because, like, honestly, like Barbarossa is actually like ridiculous. Like, in the few games that I played with him, like I only have the one copy that I opened, but yeah, in the few games that I've like played with him, it's very, very good. Just because like alright, so the second that he's like in play, but just either like in your hand or just like on the board, or whatever, but just like he's like a known factor to both players, it drastically changes what type of game it is that you're playing. I mean, like, yeah, obviously you're still playing Shadowverse, but what exactly is happening in your particular game state is drastically different depending on like what type of deck you're versus. Like, for example, like versus Control, like you always have the fact that, okay, well you always know that you're like always gonna have this guy who's always gonna like require an answer, because like anytime your opponent doesn't answer him and you have an Albert, well, that's 11 damage right there. Versus midrange, it's okay. Well, sorry, versus midrange and aggro, it's okay. Well, it's actually really difficult to try to like actually like do what it is that you need to do as those types of decks, and not feed into giving me the 2 mana Barbarossa. Like, if I get the 2 mana Barbarossa, I just like go ham on your board. If you don't do it, I just go ahead and play Sword Follower stand alone, and I'm just chilling. I'm still winning, because like I have better creature quality than you. Like, and you know it, I know it. Like, and it makes it so that like you can't really win. Like, say you can't really like win on board versus Sword. Like, once that happens, I mean, like, obviously that was gonna be very difficult to do in the first place. But now it just like utterly just assures that. And that's really insane to me. Like, and it's definitely a card that I definitely look forward to seeing in month 2, after we get like our like month 1, after we get our like month 1 nerfs, if those come. The next one on this list is Control Blood. So a lot of people tell me that like Control Blood is like bad or whatever. I don't really think Control Blood is bad. I just think that, like, for the most part, a lot of people have like different opinions on Control Blood. Well, I mean, obviously people have different opinions on everything, but in the case of Control Blood, a lot of people have different opinions on how it is that you're supposed to go about playing Control Blood. Like, for example, I still see people playing Hungering Hordes, and right now this is actually meta where Hungering Horde is not a good card. Like, just because it doesn't actually do anything for you. Like, yeah, it removes a creature, but most times a lot of times this expansion, you'd rather that be a Vampiric Kiss, and you just would rather have like better cards because like there's no like specific like cards on like 3 HP that you actually have to kill right now in this meta. Like literally the only card is that of like Mars and that of what's it called, and that of Carl, the magical instructor. Like, but Carl is whatever. Like Dirt Rune is not a problem for you as control. It never has been, and it probably never will be. Like for Mars, yeah, that's in a deck that does that's in a deck type that doesn't actually see play because it's currently invalidated by PDK. And that's very big to keep in mind. It's just that like that gives you like 3 extra deck slots so they can like go ahead and like put in like other things, maybe like put in wards or like that for like aggro sword and whatnot. Additionally, even if you don't put in the wards, like you still have game versus aggro sword just because like you have a lot of healing and you're also like one of the few classes that has access to a mass AoE on turn 4. I mean, obviously in order to get the mass AoE you have to be like near dead, but you also have healing, and that's very, very important. Additionally, versus PDK, now I've played versus matchup a lot, and I've talked to like other people about the matchup, and like the matchup is just like very, very weird. I'm not really sure exactly what it is per se that makes and or breaks it, but I do definitely think that that's a much harder to win matchup than people give it credit for. The next thing on this list is anti-meta Ramp Dragon. So I know this seems like a mouthful and this seems like really stupid, but it's actually a deck type right now, and it's one that a lot of people aren't really talking about. I mean, like the Japanese are they're like all over this deck and they like love it. I mean, but then again, the Japanese have always loved Dragon. But yeah, like the deck is really cool. I'll go ahead and like make a video of this probably today, like since I do have all the cards for it. The next thing on this list is Mid Shadow. Mid Shadow is still good. Like people keep telling me, oh no, it's like bad or whatever. It's not bad. It's still pretty good. I mean, like the only reason that why it seems bad is that like you're stuck playing the same playstyle that you've been like playing for like 7 months or whatever. If you've been like an average like Shadow player, and that gets boring for people. Like some people like they want to like try new things. They want to like experience new things. Like they don't want to like run to like the same like it's like monotony. And that's what like Mid Shadow is. It's just like a very, very good deck that if you haven't like those interactions, then then you're gonna be good to go. If you don't, then you're probably not gonna have that like enjoyable of time, despite the deck being very, very powerful still. Because you can tell me, okay, well Ector got nerfed or whatever, that makes the deck like not good. That's not true. The reason why the deck is good is because it's because just like the overall power level of the deck is pretty high. Additionally, like the overall amount of the overall core of the deck is actually a lot smaller than people give it credit for, and there are a lot of different things they can like fit in. Like for example, if you're worried about aggro, you can like cut out like Dark Conjurers and like put in like Unicas. We already have Belness to replace Lyriel, or you can actually even run it in addition to Lyriel if you want to. Yeah, it's like stuff like that, and then also like having the foresight to like cut out like Bone Chimeras and attendants and whatnot, and just just like foregoing this because like those are like actually pretty slow, which I think is part of what turns off people to the deck, because like the deck kind of like Dragon doesn't actually win fast. Like it only wins fast in the games where your opponent like somehow doesn't do anything, or your opponent's just like dumb and makes a lot of like misplays that you can like capitalize on. And obviously, since like ladder's about like laddering fast, people are that's like those are a few big like glaring like turn-offs in the deck. All right, so the last deck that's on this list, but I forgot to actually put it on here, is Jormungand Blood. So I wanted to record a video. I'll probably try to record that video later. Now do keep in mind that the video is going to be kind of messed up, because I don't know exactly what it is that happens, but like sometimes while I'm like recording a video, my ratios will go ahead and like get messed up. Like it's only ever like maybe like 1 in like 7 videos where this happens, but not sure why it happens, and I don't know how to fix it. So yeah. And then the last question for this video: are we at 50 subscribers? Did you decide how you'd honor us? No, we're not at 50 subscribers yet. We're actually at 44. Yeah, so we did lose a subscriber somewhere along the way. I'm not, but it might have been like a like a scam subscriber or something like that. So I'm not really sure exactly what happened. but when we do reach like 49 or something, I will let you guys know, and I'll just go ahead and start brainstorming what I'm gonna do. And yeah, like, because I still have no idea what it is that you guys would like to see happen or whatever. And I do want to like shout you guys out, just because like like for me, like, making the videos, like, it's not something easy, or it's not something like that's like particularly easy for me to do. And as you like noticed, a lot of times I like fuck these videos up, but I still feel like making them, and I still feel like like trying to like produce more content, just because like I have you guys, like I have all the guys who are like who watch my videos, who like leave comments, who go ahead and like send me who go ahead and like leave me feedback on like Discord, who go ahead and like follow me on Twitter, and that means a lot to me. It does, just because like knowing that like I'm not talking to myself. Well, I mean, I guess I am right now, but but knowing that like what I do and what I say in these videos doesn't like fall on like deaf ears is very, very big for me. Because again, like when I first started making these videos, I didn't think anyone was gonna watch them. I didn't think like anyone was gonna like take take these seriously, but you guys have. So yeah, so it's a pretty big milestone for me. But that's all I have for week 15. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. As always, for Ask Nanjiroh, if you have a question, just go and like leave it in the comments. Go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. Go ahead and hit me up on Discord. Wherever you find me, just get at me. I answer pretty much any question. And if I don't, if I know like I'm like not gonna answer your question, like, I will go ahead and tell you exactly why I'm not gonna answer your question or anything like that. I usually try to be like super polite about it, but like I think I've only ever gotten like one question that I can like answer, and yeah. Alright, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.